And my challenge, by the ancient laws of combat, we are met at this chosen ground to settle for good and all who holds sway over the 5 points.
Problem at all, I will ring this bell.
And I'm back. I don't have any viewers yet, but I'm just going to do the show anyway. This is my talk show. I haven't been doing for a while. It's been like since February. Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is the last time I did it. So I'm going to kick it off like this. Got my song.
In the summer, lighting up, she's smoking trees. Only daughter
You have to go take a nap.
of a man she hasn't seen. And there's no real one emotion. She can't say what she needs. First second she hates you, then she's horny. Baby, stay with me, please. She can't imagine staying the night here by herself. Lord of mercy.
My 4-month-old is walking to me right now.
Taking your phone, she'll hope tomorrow and then put back on your shelf. She's crazy and I love it and I want her myself. Saying it's hard with your day, but you know. Open the door and the man walked out. He said he got tired of the games you play.
Got most
some talk, but again he stay. Feeling some ground with the feet, with the fall. Got your ear to the phone, but your man won't call. Have a Superman pose with a brand new cape. Papa, give me some love and I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Wait.
I'm on my way.
Wait. We gotta have a dance to it.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Stuck me behind me. You said you got some big surprise. I think that like this. Taking my time, you got my eyes. I'm begging for more, more. I hear my door closed, damn, she just lied. This girl is a tease, I mean with ease. She makes me want her and die. She's standing alone, but with her guy, she paid the price. Thinking you own him. Call his bluff, he rolled the dice.
You gotta do a little shimmy shake. Little shake. You gotta be like this. You gotta be like this. Be like, girl, when you bad.
Same was hard, but you gave what you know. You opened the door and the man walked out. He said he got tired of the games you play. Never give it some thought, let it get him straight. Feeling some ground with the feet.
All right. You just gotta take a nap.
Superman pose with a brand new cape. Give me some love and I'm on my way.
I'm on my way, way. Hey, wait! I'm on my way. Which way?
Do you go that way?
That way.
Oh, look at her eyes.
She's tired.
You're so
Oh,
tired.
she's so tired.
Oh,
She's got to take a nap.
nap time. What else you mean to say?
All right. I also mean a sigh. I guess that means take a nap in Japanese. She's not Japanese, by the way.
Oh, yasu mean to say.
She's not Japanese. Don't be fooled by her eyes.
She's frowning.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Anyways, this is Kennedy Faye. This is Kennedy, my daughter. This is why I've been absent. But I made sure she was alive and healthy, and here she is. And she gave me the permission to go back online.
Hi. Wave hi. Hi. Wave hi.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Do what Daddy taught you.
Hi.
Wave hi.
Hi.
There you go.
Hi. Hi.
Yay.
Say hi to everybody. Hi. Hi. This isn't going to be just a baby show. I'm going to put her down.
Well, you're gonna.
I'm not going to put her down. We're going to put her to sleep. Well, we're not going to put her to sleep. You know, we're going to nap her. You know what I'm saying? Just ba-bing, nap. You know? Mwah, mwah. I love my baby. She's got a great sense of humor, too. I hope you guys meet her sometimes. She's great. Baby!
Baby.
All right.
You give Daddy kisses.
Oh,
Kiss.
oh, babe.
Oh, sorry.
Let
want burp rag?
me get a burp rag. Wipe her face. Then I can kiss her.
Oh, I didn't see that.
She's super sober.
Get Daddy. Here.
All right, give me a kiss.
Give me kisses. Give me kisses.
Mwah. I love you. Oh, I love you. Look at that face. Look at that face.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, you're adorable. Mwah. All right.
All right.
All right. They drool. What are you gonna do? A lot of liquid comes out of these things from all kinds of places. It's nuts. What were we talking about? What is that? The instrumental version? Oh, got the instrumental version? Yes. That is the instrumental version. Oh, it's not even turned up. Oh. Doing too much. My stream didn't like that. Oh! I'm just really proud of that. We got the instrumental version. All right. Turn that back down. What's happening? My daughter's out there tripping now. She's tripping because she's like, wait, I thought it was party time. No, it ain't party time. It's nap time. Kids have FOMO. I think we have FOMO at birth. We're born, and we don't want to miss out on anything. You know, she's a little sponge. She's a little sponge. She just soaks in everything around her, everything. She's constantly watching, observing, listening, watching what we do. She doesn't even know what the phone is, but she knows that we like this. She knows that, like, as soon as she turns her head, we're on this. Actually, whenever she turns her head towards us, we're on this, pointing it at her. And so she's starting to, so now I got to be very, like, aware of me on the phone. And so I do my phone, I literally do my phone behind her back. Like, I'll put her in front of me, and then I'll sit behind her and look at my phone real quick. And when she starts turning around, she can't really turn around yet, you know, so I got the, like, blind spots. When she starts that, then I put my phone away and I act like I've been just, you know, an attentive parent the whole time. And not like I'm not, but guess what? You try being attentive on a 24-hour day job, okay? You're going to, like, you know, you're going to take a break every now and then. You're going to look at your phone every now and then. You're going to have a little bit of yourself still has to remain. You can't just be, you know, you have to still remain an individual. You still have to do the things that are you and whatever your soul is, what got you there. Or else the kid's not going to experience that. You know, if you just become a parent and that's all you are and that's how you define yourself, you know, it's I think it wouldn't reflect well on the sponge, you know, the sponge being your kid. You have to be an example of excellence. And so throughout this entire process, I've tried to maintain, you know, who I am at my core. I've tried to maintain the fact that I'm a fun person and that I like to make jokes. I don't want to become serious overnight. I don't want to take life too seriously. Obviously, there's things you've got to take seriously. But all the other stuff, I'm still trying to find pockets to where my personality can still shine. And so that way the kid can grow up, you know, reflecting, mirroring my personality, Britt's personality, becoming a fun human being. Because I consider ourselves fun human beings. You know, we laugh a lot. We like to joke around. We don't want to take things too seriously. And so, you know, the kid, you might hear her crying in the background. That's only because she has to take a nap. And she's only pissed about that is because she enjoys life so much. Part of it, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back on this one. We worked really hard trying to create a nice life for her, making sure that no harm ever comes to her, making sure that she's safe and warm, and when she needs to be cool, she's cool, and just attentive to her needs all the time. Between two parents who are constantly there, you know, we're on top of that. And she doesn't know a lot of hardships, let's just say. You know, she's not like, you know, she's not like a, you know, like Anne Frank or something, you know, like, I'm sorry, too soon. You know, I'm just saying, she's not growing up under the floorboards somewhere or, you know, a hostile environment in any way. You know, you don't have to grow up in a third world country to experience that. You can grow up in in one of the richest neighborhoods in this country, and there could be domestic violence happening in your home. There could be some kind of, thing happening within your home that makes, from the outside, a great life terrible, miserable. Some people are miserable no matter where, because things are happening. Well, here, we don't have a mansion by any stretch. We have a modest apartment. But the kid don't know what that is. Kid doesn't know what an apartment is. Kid doesn't know that, this is a shithole. It's not a shithole. But she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that daddy doesn't drive a Cadillac. She doesn't know any of these things. She doesn't care about designer clothing or anything like that. The kid just knows the experience that she's going through. And right now, we've kept her happy. And she spends more time laughing than crying. And so, I think I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'll pat Britt on the back. Because I feel like we're doing a good job. You know, no major infections or rashes. She's learning things, you know. So on top of keeping her alive, and that's why I pat myself on the back, because not only did we do the bare ass minimum, but we went above and beyond. You know, we kept her alive, but we also taught her things. Okay, we're also teaching her things as well. Okay, I didn't do that for my Furby. I gave up after a couple weeks. Don't become a progressive commercial. Yes, exactly. Brian Joel, good to see you there. My cousin G Illuminati 310. What up? Westside. Corinne's in the house. What's up, Corinne? She got puppies. We know that. Beautiful dogs too. I didn't know that puppies were so expensive. Shit. We should all have a couple fucking dogs and just breed them out. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck, man. Like, I would like if you. I got a cat now. I got a couple cats now. If you told me one of the cats got pregnant, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Fuck. What do you know? I got to support those kids. Oh, my beep noise is back. It is from Streamlabs. Anyways, like, the cat becomes pregnant and you're like, oh, shit. But, like, if you have 2 pure breed dogs and then, like, one of them becomes pregnant, you're like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. I think I'm going to take out another line of credit. Yes. If she has 5 puppies at $2,000 each, we can get that boat. Never got my boat. Don't live on the water anymore. Que sera, sera. I was playing with the voice mod the other day, and it has some interesting voice mods. I made this. This is like it's a teen girl voice, and so I acted like I was a teen girl doing a podcast. Here we go.
Stuff, and I wanted to do it about like America's Got Talent, but then Kennedy already did one, and she had like a bunch of likes and stuff and like whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a podcast like too, and it was gonna be like about American Horror Story, yeah, but like that got all messed up because like I stopped watching it. It like freaked me out, and my dreams are like really crazy and stuff. And like I was like in a fast food restaurant. It was like
it's crazy, right?
Like scary.
That's me.
And so I just like freaked out, and I started this podcast, and I hope to get a lot of likes and followers, and we're gonna talk about like just dumb stuff, like not anime, because I can't. Somebody's already Justin.
Technology's amazing.
And I don't want him knowing that I like anime because then he's gonna talk to me all the time. It's like, oh, my mom's calling. I gotta go. This podcast is over, but this is fun.
That was me. I recorded that and listened to it back, and I couldn't believe what I was listening to, because I couldn't believe that was me. Technology is crazy. There's like 50 different voices. Like, if this was out when I was a kid, oh, you'd be fucked, man. I'd be prank calling you, and by you, I don't mean like you, Brian Joel. I mean you, as in everybody I know would be prank called with these voices. They have a Donald Trump one. Here's the thing. I've been working on a Joe Biden and a Donald Trump for however long. And right when I was nailing them, I found these voice mods. And so it's hard for me not to do Donald Trump's impression while using the Donald Trump voice mod. And so what I have to learn to do is speak in my normal voice like Donald Trump, but not do the impression, because it's like a double Donald filter, and double Donalds, you don't want double Donalds. You know, I've been working on Joe Biden. It's like this. It goes like this without the filter. My Joe Biden is like this. You got to start breathing heavy, okay? And open your mouth like you can't breathe through your nose. Here's the thing that I've been telling the American people for a long time now. We've building something, and I mean, who's better to do this job? And over there is convicted felon. And all right, we're working on it. All right, here's the Donald Trump one. You tell me what you think.
Yeah. Hey. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Numbers are funny.
Not bad.
Numbers are funny, right? People have been saying numbers. They want to change. We want to change the numbers. Everybody's saying they want to change the numbers. I'm not going to let them change the numbers. The numbers are working very well for me. Numbers are good. We have the best numbers, don't we? Here in this country, I mean, really, you guys are the greatest. Look at you guys are the best numbers. I mean, not all of them, but yeah, you have the best numbers. I mean, really. And people said they never saw numbers like me since Alexander the Great, or the Chinese guy, Genghis Khan. He had good numbers, but they didn't all survive. They didn't survive. So we're doing the best. We have the longest longevity. We have the biggest longevity ever in the history of the planet that we know of. But that's Nancy Pelosi. She covers a lot of information up. Things are covered up. They get swept under the rug. They make fun of my hair. They say things. Dirty Joe, Crooked Joe, Joey, old Joey, stepping down. Yeah, he had to step down from his chair. They let him know. Yeah, they told him the next day. They braced him. They said, hey, today's not a good day. We'll tell him tomorrow that he stepped down. Crooked Joe. Now I have to deal with Brown Kamala. I can't say brown Kamala. I mean, what's her skin color? She's brown. I can't say brown. What's wrong with this? We used to say brown, black, yellow. We used to be able to say these things. We said the greatest things. Everybody in this country said the greatest things. People say I say great things. I say great things all the time. People write it down. I write them down. I say great things. And we're going to make America great again.
All right, that was just me playing around with the voice mod. So I gotta learn to just talk like Trump in my normal voice, which is weird. Trying to do an impression but not do the impression, just the syntax, the cadence of how Trump speaks. Who knows? Maybe I really talk like him in real life. Who knows? So that's a whole thing. Donald Trump. I was gonna, the talk show for humans, I was gonna just like talk about the days of the day and talk about like random shit. But I think I'll talk a little bit about things that have gone on in the world since I've been out of it. Anyways, I had a kid. If you don't know that, the last podcast or stream that I did was right after the Super Bowl. Niners lost, of course. Fantasy football's coming back up. You guys get ready. We're going to start up this league again. Okay? You get some fire in the belly. I'm looking forward. What do we have? 43 days until football? 43 days until football. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. So, I could go in full detail about child to birth and well, you know, as good as I can. I didn't actually birth the child, but I was there. I was there. And the one thing I'll say about it, I love my daughter, love my family. And, you know, if you're on the fence about it, try it out. You might like it. I think I was one of those people who was on the fence about it. Like, I could take it either way. Yeah, if I had a kid, cool. If not, whatever. But I might have been leaning a little bit more towards wanting that for myself in my life. But resigned to the fact that it might not happen. Whatever. I think I had a nurturer inside of me. You know, I always liked pets and cats and whatnot. Having the child, I realized, like, it was inside of me. Part of me wishes I did it earlier. And then I realized that everything worked out just fine. And earlier would have been too early, but I would have reacted fine. It just would have been different. Right now, I could provide for the child. I could give it a nice life. I could be there, attentive. When I was younger, I might have been concerned with other things. You know, in my 20s, maybe in my 30s, it would have been better. But, you know, now I just constantly think about being there for the child. And yeah, by the time she's 50, I'm going to be close to 100. And yeah, I used to not care. It's just like, okay, yeah, so you know, well, who wants to live to 100? Those are like the worst times. Now it's like, no, I have to live to 120. You know, like, my kid needs me there. I am almost 50, and honestly, I feel like I still need my parents a lot of times. And so I couldn't imagine exiting this planet and my child not being ready for it. Not about me emotionally. I know what's coming at the end of the road. Although we go to the end of the road. Boys to Men broke it down for me. But now I have concern for other people. You know, I wouldn't say I lived my life recklessly before, but you know, definitely was no stranger to the cheeseburger. Definitely was no stranger to the blunt. Even though I do, you know, vape still every now and then. I still drink. Not in excess. But, you know, a nice beer during a stream is fun. It's good for the audience. But I think there was other things that I would kind of do in my life where I put myself out there in situations where, oh, death can come today. Whether it was driving really fast. You okay? What are you smelling? What?
You know what's what?
The cat poo?
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll look. I'll find it.
Maybe.
Alright.
As long as it's not on the couch. I'm cool. Like, cats are... So we got a couple cats and just the whole thing, you know.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. It's what you do. Britt's back. She go down for the nap? No shit. Wow, even with me talking.
I'm getting better.
All right. You are getting better. Free Palestine. I got thoughts on that. I never talk about that kind of shit, you know, current events. I kind of do, but don't. But I got a lot of thoughts on all this kind of shit all the time. And where do I start? Where do you start? Where do you start in this world? I will say this. I don't think necessarily that the world has spun out of control, any more out of control than it's ever been throughout my life. You know, there's a lot of fear out there in this world. A lot of fear. And there's always been. It's manifested in different ways. But I think people feel like we're on the edge of destruction all the time. And I'll tell you, we've been on the edge of destruction ever since Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Ever since we were able to see the destruction of nuclear devices, everybody was on the edge. And that's it. And we've been under control of that. And that fear has controlled humanity for a long time. It wasn't the beginning of the bad, but that led to it. Now, who's to say something else wouldn't have been invented either back then or now or in the future? Some potentially planet-ending weapon. And we'll do the fucking same thing with it. We'll put all our scientists to work to fucking figure out how to make it bigger and badder. And we'll tell other countries not to do it. Yet those other countries still will. And we'll shake their hands with treaties and sign treaties that we're not going to make any more of these planet-ending weapons. But we all still will. And we'll get very scared when the people who did not sign that treaty start to make them, or even, sniff around at the ingredients. Fear. It just guides us. It's insane. It really is. When you look at the big picture of it all. But I have a list of topics, and I was just writing topics that I hadn't been online for, and there's so many fucking things that I don't even know where to start. The debate. Because one of my last things that I did is I made a video saying why people should vote for Joe Biden. Now, I wasn't backing this candidate because I am there for his vigor. No, I just feel like, personally me, he's the lesser of the two evils that are out there to choose from. However you stand on that, it's not up to me. Everybody's going to do what they're going to do. My opinion. If my enemies are happy about that choice, then for some reason I feel like it's going to affect me negatively in the long run. My enemy is white nationalism. Plain and simple. It gets more complex than that. It gets more complex than just saying white nationalism or neo-Nazis, white supremacy, because that is just a part of something else that's been disturbing humanity for a long time. But I can't get... This ain't that type of show. We're just talking about events. We're not talking about the grand global... I guess we are talking about that. When you talk about one thing, it leads to another. But Biden had a debate with Donald Trump, and honestly, I didn't think it was going to go well from the start, and it didn't go well from the start. My horse, broke his ankle, headed out the gates, and the other donkey just trotted right along and won the fucking race without trying very hard. And it's sad because that's where we're at, is these two out of touch, very old men who are going to be gone. Bye-bye. Like, they don't have time on their side. I have another 50 years of medical innovations to keep me alive. They have another 10 years, 20 at the most, of medical innovations to keep them alive. So really, they're looking at a very short timeline. These two candidates we have really should be looking out for their best interests for the next few years, and that's it. And sometimes I feel that way. I wish there were younger people that I could vote for. But that's just a product of my generation being fucking shit, and the generation above me being shit. No one fucking took the reins For real? So all we have are people between 80 and like 40. You know, if you talk about like other viable candidates like Pete Buttigieg and I don't know. Basically, like Gavin Newsom. You know, as soon as Joe Biden dropped out of the race, everybody was like, Gavin Newsom, Gavin Newsom. You know, even he's still in that, you know, there's no mid-range age people that could appeal to older voters and younger voters. It's either the young, fresh candidate or the fucking old guy. And it just shows you that there's a gap somewhere in the generations where a generation there just didn't take politics seriously. They just weren't fucking connected. They didn't take the issue seriously. They coasted by on the people who set the fucking world up for them. And then they left it for the fucking next people. And I kind of feel like that's my generation. Because honestly, when I was growing up, I didn't know any fucking people who were going to change the fucking world. I knew people who were like, oh, that dude might make a good song one day, or that guy is gonna paint some sick ass cars. But there was nobody who stood out in my generation where I was like, that motherfucker's gonna change the world. It wasn't until I was in my 30s and I heard about a fucking 10-year-old that was like, climate change is bad, and I was like, whoa, man, what's this kid? Where did she come from? Like, there was no fucking loud voices in my generation. We were all just like, hey, cool, man, just like legalize marijuana, please. And then we all got high and just gave up. So it's our bad. It's our bad. You know, maybe I'm talking to you. Maybe you're my age, but it's our bad that this is who we have. These motherfuckers took the game seriously. And they never took their foot off the pedal. And they fucking kept climbing to the top. And that's why they all kind of look alike and dress alike and talk alike. And they're like, Congress today is a special day. We're very proud to... And you're like, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They don't look like us. They don't talk like us. They haven't lived the life that we've lived. They get their grandchildren to program their phones. But they create all the laws and pass all the laws and legislation and are appointed to the highest fucking seats everywhere. And can overturn shit and push through shit and change shit right in front of our eyes. Massive changes happening like that. And you're like, wait, what? What do you mean? Wait, I can't have an abortion anymore? Man, it's fucked up. I mean, not like I was going to have one, but you know, I'd like to know that's on the table. A bunch of people writing in documents, taking away people's rights. It's what I go through every day at work. You know, people are somewhere in an office looking at a spreadsheet saying, oh, no. This person should be doing this job this way. And they type it into a computer and hit enter and sends an email. And then someone comes up to me and say, oh, you know the way that you've been doing that thing that works for you? Yeah. We got a couple of emails that say you can't do that anymore. We're going to make your job harder. Bureaucracy. It's controlling. It's not the problem. It's just a symptom. These are all symptoms of the problem that we're experiencing as humans, as a collective. So yeah, Trump won the fucking debate. Honestly, he already won the fucking election at that point. And then his ear was bleeding. And then his ear bled or something. Look, I know I made that joke about the shooter being far left and he, you know, should have been more to the right. I know how that comes across. But if Trump wins, and the last time he won, I wasn't saying, not my president. No. I was like, fucking hope he can do the job, man. I hope he can govern my fucking country. I don't turn my back. I'm not gonna hang a black flag or a flag upside down because Trump wins. No. I'm gonna wish him the best of fucking luck. And I joke about people, you know. But I'm just joking. And we joke about that about all our presidents pretty much, you know. It's just dry, you know, just kind of throw it out there. Yeah, you know, bang, yeah. Oh yeah, Obama on his first day. Watch out, you know. I'm fucking scared. Like, I hope he's okay, you know. Like, I seriously was worried about Obama when he took office. They were walking him down. He's saying what's up to people. I was like, oh my God, please. I don't want to witness this. Like, you know, because I feel like it's going to happen. It didn't happen. Thank God. But I don't know what happened there. I know that there was red stuff on his hands and on you know, coming from the side of his head. I haven't seen... and I don't know if it exists, but I haven't seen a picture of his ear where it's like torn apart. Yeah, they're right. Because like if a bullet hits your ear, it's probably gonna look like you know, like you get a stray cat and their ears all like you will see like the ear separates. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like people with the you know. I don't need to explain this. You guys know ear physiology. I haven't seen a picture where his ears like split open. I haven't seen any, you know, thing like, we haven't heard anything as a nation about this assassination. I mean, I know he's not the president yet, but like, this should be covered and taken as seriously as if the sitting president was shot at. Shot! Right? Because he got shot. I don't feel like it's being handled like a presidential assassination, which makes me feel like someone somewhere is like, what do you want us to investigate? Like, you want us to tell the truth about what happened, or do you want us to investigate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right about all of it. All of it. Like, all of it. Like, you saw the picture of the shooter, right? Like, all of it. And the photo op afterwards, because, like, I remember when Reagan got shot, like, the Secret Service didn't get off of him until the shooter was dead, and, like, all, you know what I'm saying? And there was no, like, there was no photo op, and there was no fist pumping, and there was no multiple, you know. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Like, if it did happen, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying it seems weird, right? Am I the only one who just thinks that it seems a little weird to me? And so it just seems weird to me. And events get staged. Like, things are weird now that we have what we have. They've been weird for a while with the current media cycle and news, but they've gotten weirder in the past few years with social media. You know, that's why I said I don't think the world is any closer to destruction. I just think that the campaign of fear, the people who market fear, are really good right now. And they got you and most people by the balls just by fear. We tune in, you know. Oh, I heard there's a hurricane. Fucking go to the Weather Channel. I want to watch the fucking fear, you know. Oh, whatever side of the debate you're on, you're watching your news. The news is instilling fear of the other side. And then they're instilling fear. Oh, this is what Joe Biden's America is going to look like. Trump is going to take all your rights. And it's just fear. Ping pong of fear. Boom, 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 boom. Back and forth, back and forth. I don't think we're any closer to the end of the world. When I was growing up, there was a Cold War going on. You know, it was Russia versus America, and they constantly talked about the fucking button. The button. Oh, Ronald Reagan has the button. Oh, Gorbachev has the button. Oh, they got the button. They could, and there was like this button. In my mind, there was a button, a big red fucking button next to the president's bed. They could just roll out of bed and be like, beep, and it'd just be like, and just launch a fucking bunch of missiles. And then Russia would launch a bunch of missiles. And we're all just going to sit here and look outside our windows and watch the missiles blow up in space and fucking and hide. I don't know. But that's what I grew up with. Fear. And it's no different now. Except you could just see the fear more. You could see the fear anytime you open up your phone now on the go. At least when I was growing up, you saw the fear while you were eating cereal, and then you went to school and you experienced whatever the fuck that was, and then you get home, and then you get more fear. But you had like a little break in the day where there was like institutionalism, and then like you got like a 15-minute break of freedom, you know, and then more institutionalism, and then you had an hour lunch, and then more institutionalism, and you go home and you get more fear. More fear. Feed them the fear. They were even fucking talk about the food that you're eating on the news and make you afraid of the food that you're eating while you're eating it, while you're watching the news during dinner. It was amazing. Mad cow disease. But now the fear is everywhere. And we actually flock to the fear. You know, like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite kind of fear. I love this app. This app always gets me my favorite kind of fear. Yeah, I'll open up this fucking all the fear, all the Middle East fear. Totally right here. Like, fucking totally afraid of the Middle East. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't like conservatives? Check out this app. Oh, yeah, this magazine right here. Oh, fill you with fear of Republicans. Hella fear. I love it. What about Fox News? I don't like it. I don't like how they portray Democrats and liberals. I don't like it.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't think I've even talked to you about this, but you know how after the whole incident...
Brittany, ladies and gentlemen.
You know how after the whole thing with what happened in Pennsylvania, all the news channels said he was in critical condition. He wasn't being allowed, he wasn't talking to anybody. He was in critical condition.
Right. We were like...
Yeah, and then
we were like, no!
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, nobody talks about how he was in critical condition. Everybody says, oh, he was shot in the ear.
Right.
Like, how is being shot in the ear critical condition? Is there something there that I'm just...
Well, at first, they were like, oh my God, your brains are everywhere. And then they clean them up, and they're like, oh, merely a flesh wound. What's up, Dr. GTI? Bud Light, rest in peace, Gizmo. Fuck Gavin Newsom, destroyed Cali. Who the F is this guy on the screen? What's up? Old Raven dropping in before dessert. And then there was G.I. Joe, right? Fear is a great band. Oh, punk band. Only Fear of Death is coming back. The Only Fear of Death is coming back reincarnated. Was that a Bud Light? West Gone Woke? You know I'm a big supporter of Bud Light, man. Honestly, these motherfuckers should, they should be sponsoring me. For real. Shout out to Pabst Blue Ribbon, though. Thank you for the free tickets to Pabst Fest this weekend. We're going to go get a Pabst smear. I don't know why I said that. That was dumb. That was a low-budget ass joke. Edit that out. Yeah, I went to this bar, not a bar. I go to the fucking pizza shop by my work. I get a Pabst Blue Ribbon, and the guy's like, hey, if you get a Pabst Blue Ribbon, we'll give you a raffle ticket, enter you into the contest for concert tickets. I'm like, cool, give me 2. And then he calls me up yesterday and says, hey, the person who won can't go, and so we called you. And I was like, cool, I'm excited to be your second choice. And so we have concert tickets this weekend to see multiple acts The most notable are Manchester Orchestra and a rapper from Florida called I forgot his fucking name. I totally forgot his fucking name. Wow. I'm getting old. I totally forgot the fucking dude's name.
I don't remember what the name is you told me.
Fuck.
You're pulling a meme.
Yeah, no shit.
You have pregnancy brain. You have new dad brain.
Dad brain. Sorry, dad brain. I don't know. I forget the fucking guy's name. I'll think of it while I'm just like on some random shit. I'll be like, oh, brr, brr. And so we're just gonna go for the, like a little bit, have a couple beers, watch some music, cut out. You know, we got a kid, so I was like,
I'll have to ask somebody to watch it.
huh?
I'll have to ask somebody to watch
Oh, I asked Michelle. We gotta just talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Paps. Thank you. Shout out to Paps. Even though I'm not drinking that shit, I don't drink that shit at home. Drink me a nice Bud Light. It's the only thing my girlfriend really drinks, so just make it simple.
Well, on that note, hang on.
Oh. And the kid's eating solid food now, so you know, don't. They're like, oh, she's bad. She's drinking and breast. No. Yeah. So after that thing with the red on the ear, everybody said it. Everybody knew Trump's gonna fucking win this thing. You know, you're talking one guy's on the fucking verge of death, and the other guy's fucking defying death. No matter how you look at it, even I was just like, fuck. You know, what are you gonna fucking do? Hoped that had awoken something in him, you know, to maybe change the rhetoric, change the energy. Didn't. It's all good. And then it didn't take long. Biden stepped down. You know, well, what's going to take for you to step down, sir? God needs to come down here and physically point at me and say, Joe, you old son of a bitch, quit the malarkey and you know, let Karma Chameleon have a chance. Fucking stood his ground, you know? And then a week later, he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm dropping out. Yeah, I know. I said God, but, you know, it's just fucking, you know, just so nice outside, you know? It's like campaigning. So whatever. Then everybody's like, okay, well, you know, now it's Newsom's time. Now it's this guy's time. Now it's that guy's time. It's like, oh no, there's a vice president. So we gotta, wait, no, Pete Buttigieg. No, we were Kamala the whole time. Yeah, Kamala. Yeah, I mean, she's better, right? Like, she's better than Biden, right? Right, guys? Oh, all right. That guy agrees. You know, it's one of those situations again where it's like, why don't I feel something right now? Why don't I feel something for this candidate, right? This is the candidate of my party. Why don't I feel something? Why don't I feel something I want to feel is like we can win an election? Why don't I feel like this is better in any way? Because it's not, right? It's not. You know, we don't know her. We don't know her. We just don't. There's other people out there. There's other candidates out there. There's Gretchen Whitmer. I've heard that name before, and I've seen it in writing. Not sure. I think she's from Hawaii or Minneapolis. I don't know. I heard like some white supremacists tried to kidnap her. And so that makes me feel like she's good because like they're like, oh, we got to get rid of this woman. But yeah, I hear that name. It's not a household name. I don't think that could win. There's Gavin Newsom, but there's a lot of controversy about Gavin Newsom. You know, he's slick. Hey, you know, he didn't really, let's just say, if Gavin Newsom was like the handyman and the maintenance man for your apartment complex, you'd either move or you'd get another caretaker and say like, yeah, this guy doesn't do the landscaping and he doesn't clean up the sidewalks and he lets hell of homeless people sleep in the stairwells. We need to get another handyman, caretaker of our property. So he looks good. I'll say this, that motherfucker looks great, man. I look at Gavin Newsom, I'm like, that motherfucker looks like John F. Kennedy or some shit. You know, like that motherfucker looks like a fucking, he could be a kick-ass leader. If only he was a kick-ass leader. I lived in California. He used to do a fucking a talk, a state of the state talk every day when COVID was happening. I was watching the other guy. I was watching the guy on the other coast. Okay? I was watching America's mayor. All right? Not Giuliani, by the way. That motherfucker's a disgrace to fucking every... That motherfucker's a disgrace to human beings. I'm talking about America's mayor, Andrew Cuomo. Hey, oh, Cuomo. I was watching that guy every day. That was the guy who was making me feel good about life during fucking COVID. And that's the guy who should have been fucking president. And that's the guy who should have been running for president 4 years ago and this year. And he should have would have won. But, you know, sexual harassment. What the fuck does that even mean, you know? I liked him. I liked him a lot. And I think that, you know, news has come out about the allegations against him. And they were proven to be basically politicized. And now he doesn't want to go back into politics, which sucks. It's an L for us. Because I think he would have been a great fucking president. Andrew Cuomo. America's mayor. There's a guy named Adam Schiff, who is a representative in California. I personally think this guy has the fucking yams to do the job. He's fucking level-headed. He's smart. He's well-spoken. I think he's rising in the ranks. You're going to hear his name again. Adam Schiff. And I've personally met him before. And he was a gentleman. And his kids are very respectful of people who work at restaurants. That's how I could tell he's going to be a good leader. Because he told his kids, hey, when you go in there and you order your food, don't shit on these people behind the counter. Tip them. And so I could tell he's going to be a great president. His name is Adam Schiff. Okay? You'll hear his name being batted around, but he's not a household name. And this is this pop star culture. Okay? You can't just go against Donald Trump. The motherfucker has had his name on buildings ever since I was a boy. Like, the fucking propaganda war started young, embedding that name into our minds. If you don't know him, you don't know the truth about him, you're just going to say, I know that name. Oh, yeah, that's a name. That's a name I could trust. It's Trump. It's fucking Trump means money. You know, it would suck if Joe Biden steps down because of his age, and then people were like, hey, but what about Bernie Sanders? What's Bernie Sanders doing right now? Like, didn't he come close to fucking beating Trump? Because age is always a question with Joe Biden. No one ever questioned Bernie Sanders' age ever. Ever. He had the youth rallying behind him, and we were just like, yes, fucking Bernie. Bernie bros. Nobody cared about his age. Okay? And really, we don't care about your age. Anybody's age. It's how you conduct yourself. You know? Or do you have the vigor? You know? The problem with Joe Biden is I can't tell what is innate, like a stutter, because he said that he had a stutter. I can't tell what's innate and what's just like being lost. I mix up words all the time too, but like not at that level. not like that. And you got to be able to speak. You got to be able to communicate. Even if your mind is working and you could sign legislation, I need you to do what I am doing right now. Speak. Speak freely. Speak your mind. Burp into your nasal cavities and swallow it back down. All of that. I need you to be able to do that. Big Mike can beat Trump. I would love to see Big Mike run in a few years. Not right now. Later, old Raven. Dems won't give us Bernie. Another person that I told my girlfriend this, person that I think should run for president, George Stephanopoulos. Now, that's a household name. You might not know George Stephanopoulos. You probably heard the name before. But if you know George Stephanopoulos, you know who George Stephanopoulos is. Okay? He's a white guy, but he's not too white. You know what I'm saying? He's a little ethnic. You know what I'm saying? He's got olive skin. Got a multi-syllabic last name. Okay? George Stephanopoulos. He's married to an ex In Living Color cast member. Gotta be cool, right? I mean, it's not like being married to an SNL cast member. In Living Color, that was the cool kids. All right? So I say George Stephanopoulos should run for president, but he won't. He's got the yams. Can I see that vape? Oh, she woke up. Yeah, she'll be fine. She'll cry it out. What? No.
You don't hear her? You don't hear her from the upstairs?
I have headphones on.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great thing about headphones. Nah, I can't hear her anyways. There's something in my ears where I can't hear the baby. But she can hear everything. And the baby can hear her. So if she speaks, the baby wakes up. I can never hear the baby crying. The baby can cry right next to me, and evolution is amazing. What was I talking about? George Stephanopoulos. Yeah, it's a pop star contest. That's why people are saying Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama's never ran for president before. I don't know if she has political aspirations. I don't know what her educational background is or political background is. If she's ever served in the Senate, governor, mayor, any capacity in public service. I don't know that about Michelle Obama. I know she's married to Barack and we love him. I know that she's a pop star. And you hear Democrats say that shit now. Oh, let's get Michelle Obama up there. Let's get Michelle Obama on the ticket. That's when you know people have stopped caring about the rules. Now everybody just wants to game the system and win. Winning is the most important. Our side winning is the most important. Hence me supporting Biden for so long. Because our side needed to win. That's how they feel. Both sides just want to win. There's no compromise whatsoever, and we'll do anything to win. Even putting someone who might be an unqualified person for president. I'm talking about both Donald Trump and Michelle Obama. But these are literally the choices that they're telling us we have right now. You gotta stop and wonder. You gotta stop and wonder how it all happened. How we got here as a country where those are the two candidates. I know Michelle Obama's not running for president right now, but it would be every fucking Democrat's wet dream if Michelle Obama ran for president. She's not qualified to be president. Donald Trump is a business and media mogul. I don't think he's qualified to be president. He's got qualifications to run a business, and how he's conducted himself in his business, that's up for debate. I personally don't think he's a great businessman. I think he's a better reality star and interviewee. Fucking, I loved when Donald Trump came on Howard Stern. Fuck. The guy would say some crazy shit. You always knew it was coming. It was great. But that's what we have. That's what we have. How did we get here? I had a thing written down about why people would want Michelle Obama, and I think it's because people want, especially liberals and Democrats, value class over the politics, over the nature of politics. Like, we would rather have a person who conducts themselves in a certain way with class, however you define class. We would rather have that than someone who's qualified. Hence why you hear about Michelle Obama's name and not Adam Schiff. Like, people are craving that, you know? People are craving a change in some way. There's like a class warfare going on. It's not between like upper class and lower class. Like, we already know what that battle is. You know, we know that there's filthy fucking elite rich people and the rest of us. It's just like that. And we've kind of all gotten used to that shit. You know, the whole 1% thing. It just exists, and there's nothing that we could really do about it. Right? That's just the system we are in. I think a lot of what we see are symptoms of that. Us reacting to the system that we've been put in. You know? But I think right now there's a lot of class warfare going on with people who have actual class, decency, and people who don't respect that shit whatsoever. You have a whole group of people out there who they care about being decent and caring and compassionate, and then another side of people that just want to shit on all of that. And there's just no fucking class. There's no decency. And that's a war going on, man. There's people out there that just, you could have a terrible event happen, and then a group of people who are compassionate to that event, and then a whole group of people that are shitting on what happened and pointing blame and turning it into an ugly thing. You know, there's people out there that just like, they value the worst things in society. Whether it's, you know, I own a gun, but I'm not gun crazy. I don't need to join a club, you know, like the NRA. I don't need to stockpile massive amounts of weapons so I could kill my fellow citizens and take over the government. I don't need that, you know. Fine having a little gun. You know, there's people out there who just value, that's their values, the violence and the guns and the fear. They value the image. You know, it has to have the car and the house and the look, the physique. And they require people around them to be beautiful and perfect. And they make themselves perfect and they drive themselves crazy, whether it's, and look, this is all that fake shit. Fake tans, hair, the plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars being made in plastic surgery. It ain't all coming from fucking burn victims. It's coming from people trying to attain perfection because that's what they value. Big fucking 36 triple D pumped up silicone boobs, chiseled noses, fake tans, shellacking. And I look at that and I'm like, that person has no fucking class. But I think that people are craving a change. I think people are craving class, you know, being brought back into something that's classy and real and honest. I'd like to think so. Oh, I wrote this line. It said, one side hates sex but loves children. It's weird. I think people need to... I wish people would focus on what the problem is. And maybe it's just the way that my brain works. But I constantly think about how we got here as human beings. Because it's not one political side or the other. It's not one country or another, one state versus another. It's not one color versus another or one flag versus another. Like, we're all humans on this planet experiencing the same fucking thing. And all of us have... Oh, shit. My camera went out. All right, let's try this again. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. I was thinking about this the other day, and I think about this every fucking day. Like, to get a peek into where my mind's out, I think about once a day, at least, how this beautiful society that we have has been manipulated and controlled. And I don't want to go full conspiracy theory. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is truth. Okay? There's a billions and billions of people on this planet. Okay? We are all being controlled in a system by a small group of people. This is a fact. This is not a conspiracy theory, okay? There's this Federal Reserve Bank that loans money to countries, and it's loaned our country money a long time ago with interest, and the interest only builds. And so all of our money, taxed money, everything that we have as a country, our gross domestic product, all goes to the interest on this loan. We can never even pay the loan back. We can never pay the interest back. We're always in servitude to this thing called the Federal Reserve Bank. And it's called federal, but it's not controlled by our country in any way. It is a separate entity. And it loans money to every single country almost out there, all the heavy hitters. And it controls the currency for multiple different countries. And this Federal Reserve Bank is run by a small group of powerful, wealthy, elite, and I'm going to guess men. It has nothing to do with religion, skin color. It has nothing to do with what country you're from. It's all about power, wealth, and control of us. And I think about this shit all the time. How did we get here in this system? An entire race, an entire group, an entire being, all human beings, like an entire species, all free thinking, and well-intentioned, strong, powerful, capable of anything. Billions of us on this planet. Yet we've fallen victim to this control by the financial powers. We've given the power to the money. It's just a piece of paper, but we have decided that it is worth something. We accept it and we give it. And somewhere, probably I think in like 1922, the tide changed from us being natural human beings, one with each other, baking bread, exchanging goods, to a world, not just a country, a world, a species, an entire species living on one planet controlled by a small group of that species. And this is no conspiracy theory. There's no other problem. That's the problem. That's the problem with this country. That's the problem with whatever state you're living in, whatever country you're living in. That's the problem with the globe. And when we get to Mars, it'll be that problem too. That's the problem. And so what we see here in society with the Democrats and the liberals and the Republicans and conservatives and the fucking and Trump versus Biden and the hate and the vitriol and Fox News and CNN and the two sides and people always at war and the violence and the hate, all of it is a symptom of everything that you and I are all experiencing on this planet together, which is we know we're not free. We know that we have liberties which are given to us by the government, but we're not free humans. We can't roam this earth, this planet, freely like our ancestors were. We can't go and live and build and have a family without interference. We're not free. That's the sickness of this planet, and the symptoms is everything you see around us. Some asshole in traffic fucking cutting you off, flips you off, has road rage. It's all symptomatic of what he's experienced as a fucking human. The violence you see in the streets, everything that you see, it's all symptoms of the sickness that's infecting humanity. And so I can't get mad at other people who don't share my views, because they're going through the same fucking thing that I am. They're having symptoms the same way that I am of the sickness that has overcome this motherfucking planet. I think about that shit every day. So, try fucking deal with this shit, man. I will say this: decency is never punching down. Treat your fellow human being as an equal and treat the things underneath you well. Respect animals, respect plants, respect the earth. Respect the shit you can't even see. But, we got problems. Who knows, man? Oh, shit! This is fucking Jason Gregory right here. JG! What the fuck? I'm done with people, things, and bullshit. Fuck everyone. I live like a hermit now. Trump is a penis. Biden's the old screw politics. Exactly. And how do we get there? America's a great fucking country producing amazing talents, amazing minds, amazing artists. But we've been given two people to choose from out of a country of 13 million fucking people, I think. And we have two 80-year-olds. Come on, man. Like this is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all part of the fucking, it's all part of the program, man. Now, I'm not just going to talk about this shit all day. Because I do think about funny shit too. All right? Fuck, man.
Booty time across the USA. Booty time,
Yay, yay, yay. Booty time, booty time. Booty time, booty time. All right, let's tell some jokes. You got some jokes, motherfucker? You got anything funny? Or you just gonna talk about fucking global conspiracy theories and the grand deception? No, I got funny shit too. All right, here's two things that I find very funny. Hold on. This shit made me laugh so fucking hard. Let's see if it makes you laugh. It probably won't because I built it up so much. This is not the funniest thing I've ever written. This is actually hella dumb. All right. I'm just gonna say two words. I put these two words together. I don't know what it means. You could come up with it on your own. But I started saying meat castle. Like this cat right here. It's like just kind of a big blobbish kind of cat, kind of fat. I look at the cat and I was like, man, you're just like a meat castle. All right. Does that do anything for you? Meat castle. All right. All right, stay with me. How about this one? Cock snorkel? Like I said, I was just playing with words. I was just putting words together and I was like, cock snorkel. Like, I've never called anyone a cock snorkel before. I've never heard anyone call anybody a cock snorkel. I've never heard cock snorkel ever being used. And so I think I invented cock snorkel. So I'm just putting it out there in the universe. And what better place than YouTube to say a word like, or a phrase like cock snorkel. And you're probably thinking, what does cock snorkel mean? I don't know. Make it your own. It's cock snorkel. I just put it out there. It's for you to use as you see fit. I wrote this down and I'm really sick of this shit. I'm sick of people who have old ass chairs in their fucking place. Like people who have old ass chairs or old ass furniture in general in their apartment, their house, and it's like an antique, but they leave it out. Like it should have a barrier around it and like a sign that says, "Please don't touch the exhibit." You know what I'm saying? Instead, they like leave it in their living room and then you sit on it. Like I'm not a like a light sitter. You know, I kind of plop myself into chairs. You know. And then you like plop yourself in the chair and then all of a sudden it's like fucking like the leg breaks out and you're just like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh man, my God, that's been in my family for like 75. Why did you have it in the living room? Why did you have it in the living room if it was a family heirloom? Why would you ever do that? Like, why would you ever do that? I would never like have like a Navajo blanket that my great grandmother made this Navajo blanket and just like leave it on the couch like a throw blanket, you know, and then somebody spills Kool-Aid on it and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, man? That was a priceless heirloom that you just spill Kool-Aid on. Yeah, I know I kept it draped over the couch, but can't you tell from the fibers that was an original? Like, I would never do that, but people do that all the time and I'm sick of it because you go to someone's house and there's a chair and you sit on the chair and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and they're like, oh yeah, that comes off all the time or something. Like, dude, either fix it or get a new one. And you don't even have to spend money. I found out this thing called Facebook Marketplace that like you literally could find anything on there for whatever you want to pay. Pretty much. Like you could just say like, oh, I like that dresser and drawers. And people will be like, oh yeah, you want to pick it up? Oh, yeah. How much? $1. $1? Like, I just got to give you $1? Yeah, but you're going to pick it up, right? You're going to pick it up and take it away. That's all they care about. They probably have this fucking piece of furniture sitting in their fucking front yard forever. You're going to fucking do them a favor and leave them that $1. You know, I thought that was weird. Like, my girlfriend, like, left $1 on somebody's porch. I was like, they really fucking need $1 that bad? How many things are you going to leave on your porch? Like, I mean, you would have to leave like 23 things on your porch to make it worthwhile, right? No, $1. Okay. Free 99. Jason Gregory says, I like to eat meat castle. Yeah, see? I'm glad you're making it your own. You know, I don't own it. I put it out there in the zeitgeist for you guys, okay? When she plops down that meat castle exposed. See? Meat castle, all right? Meat castle. Cock snorkel, you know? Like you could point at someone and say, hey, shut your cock snorkel. You know, it works. You know, oh yeah, you were busy shoving that sandwich into your cock snorkel. Try that one at work one time. You'll be the fucking hit of the office. Everybody's gonna be like, holy shit, Jason Gregory. Did you hear what Jason Gregory said to Glenn? Oh my God, it was hilarious. Like Glenn was eating a sloppy Joe, and then Jason Gregory went up to him and was like, hey, you're shoving a sloppy Joe in your cock snorkel? Fucking Jason Gregory, so fucking cool, man. Fuck. I wish I came up with cool shit like that, like cock snorkel. So people with old ass chairs, I'm over it. Chrome boxer shorts. I'm known for inventing many things. As you guys know, I invent things all the time. I have the best inventions. I tell people all the time I invent things. I invented the phone. People like the phone a lot. I use the phone. I invented the phone. I invented talking. I used to talk. So anyways, chrome boxer shorts. See, all the rappers and everybody wants to outdo everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants the coolest thing. Oh, I have ice on my teeth and I put ice on my eyebrows and ice on my... I think chrome boxer shorts are going to be the next flex. You're gonna, because everybody likes to show a little bit of their boxers, you know, like especially if you're hood, you got to show like boxer, you know, and then jean. Chrome on the boxers. Chrome. I don't know how to do that. I just come up with the ideas. You invent it. I thought of another invention, and we're talking about the woes of humanity here. I thought of another invention that can save humanity. It's an asshole vacuum. I think if we had an asshole vacuum, and you know it's big, you know, it's because the asshole's got to fit inside of it, but it's big, and you could go like over the city. You know what I'm saying? And just have it fly over the city, and it just like suck all the assholes up, right? Just and you would just like, you'd be sitting there talking to someone, and all of a sudden you would hear it coming. And be like, oh, the asshole vacuum. And then like the person you're talking to would get real scared. You're like, why are you afraid right now? Were you an asshole? Oh shit, were you an asshole? And they just got sucked out of the sky. You're like, oh, fuck, man. Oh, damn. I like that dude, too. Fuck. I guess he was an asshole. Asshole vacuum. Just suck. I don't care where they go. You just go. You know, just go. Asshole vacuum. I swear to God, this is going to work. Unfortunately, the only person who could, like, really has the capacity and the production, the plants to make the asshole vacuum, he won't make it. I contacted Elon Musk about it, and he refuses to make an asshole vacuum for some reason. He's afraid of what it might do. I don't know. I wrote this joke. I'm reading jokes right now, by the way. I wrote this joke. I have a daughter now, and I realized that I never, ever want to get in the way of my daughter and her dreams. So she was having a nightmare the other night, and I was like, nope. Babe, don't wake her up. Don't wake her up from that nightmare. I never want to get in the way of her and her dreams. Thank you. Oh, what did I get? Thank you. I think that was all the good ones that I wrote. It was all the other ones are garbage. Let's see. Before I go, talk about Kendrick versus Drake, which took place during my hiatus. Kendrick won. Fuck Drake. Taylor Swift released an album after the album that she already released, and then after this world tour, she released an album that no one fucking talked about. And I kind of feel like Taylor Swift is like hit the tipping point. It feels like the going out of business sale is gonna start. I feel like she milked all that her fame and career has to offer. I feel she hit the peak. I don't think she shouldn't expect a fiscal year next year like her last one. I think she should start to realize, like, probably going to see a decline in sales here. You know, you kind of oversaturated the market. That's all I'm going to say about that. The one thing I'll say about Kendrick versus Drake is I think it goes back to people want to change. You know, the entire rap world, they love Drake. Well, critics and DJs and people who played music loved Drake. But the second they were given an opportunity to turn on him, they fucking turned. And I think it's because a change was necessary in the rap game. And Kendrick was the man to do it. But I also feel like people wanted change. People wanted new music. People wanted art behind their rap. It was no longer, you know, the things that Drake talks about reminds me of rap that I didn't listen to in the 90s. Like, it just reminds me of like some Puff Daddy shit where, you know, it's cool to brag, but I don't want to hear a rapper constantly talking about the shit that they're buying and the shit that I can't afford. Like, it's nice to live vicariously through someone every now and then and be like, yeah, look, all this ice on my teeth and like. But when you're talking about it all the time, it's almost like you're rubbing it in my face how fucking wealthy you are and how poor I am. I look at Kendrick Lamar and I see the people on stage with him or the people in his videos, and it looks a lot like the people that I hang out with. They're wearing t-shirts and jeans and hats. I look at Drake and the people he rolls with, and it just looks like a fucking boy band. And I don't relate to that. And I feel like that's why They Not Like Us resounded so much with the audience and not just hip hop audience, but the pop audience. Like, you turn on the radio, the fucking song never ends. I think the people just wanted a change, and maybe we'll see that in music, and maybe it'll get away in hip hop from the materialism of it all. And maybe we'll see real artists like Kendrick Lamar, you know, like JID, and some of these amazing artists that are coming out right now. Let them give some chance to shine instead of one person just, you know, being like a monopoly of the rap game. And honestly, I feel like Drake a little too old to be singing songs that he sings. You know, it's just kind of like puppy love, pop, romance, rap bullshit, and it had no relevance in my life. Whereas someone like Kendrick Lamar is talking about therapy and family matters and family issues, and couplehood, and you know, how we're affected by our fathers and how we're affected by our mothers and how we're affected by society and how we're affected by our youth, and, you know, the fun and the bad and everything that we kind of go through. And it's nice, and I'm glad that Kendrick did that to Drake, and I'm excited to see where hip hop's headed for the next generation. Well, shit, man. How long have I been on? Hour and a half. Not bad. Not bad. For the first show back. I'm gonna get off the mic and go back to my other full-time job, which is being a dad now. If you guys tuned in earlier, you saw a little bit of Kennedy. If you didn't, rewind it. You can see that little smiling little shit. She's really white, though. She's really white, right? Like, I keep looking for the melanin, and there's no melanin, you know? And like, I know I'm not the darkest brown person, but I feel like I do have some brown, and I thought there would be a little chocolate in that milk, you know. But no, it just seems like any European in my blood really came out in her, and it merged with Brittany's European, and like for once, like white was the dominant gene. Like my baby is white, like very white. Like I actually thought she was albino at first, and then you know her hair's dark, so I know she's light. So we'll see. I'll try to tan her up, you know, put her out in the sun and stuff, you know. Asshole vacuum. I was thinking about a vacuum that sucks the booty hole. No, that's at the bottom of the pool. That's what you're thinking of. The asshole vacuum. That's when you swim to the bottom of the pool and you put your butt on the suction. If you know, you know. IKYKY. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I know that one day my daughter is going to watch all these back and she'll be like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why you got to talk about my skin like that? It's beautiful white skin. Should be lucky. Probably going to get paid more than me. Get better opportunities. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to wrap it up. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and yeah, I'll play that song. Haven't heard this song for a while. Thank you, Steel Fawn, for creating such a wonderful song. You guys have a good one, and if you can, go outside, get that good sunshine on your skin. Get that good air in your lungs, and don't forget to call someone you haven't called in a while. It feels so good for you and them. And let's keep this positivity rolling day and night, 24/7, and I will see you back here next week. Right? Next week? Lot of mercy. I think we could do at least once a week, right? At least once a week. Cheers, everybody out there. Cheers, everybody. Bud Light, woke beer. I gotta talk a little. The baby's trying to nap, so I notice I got quieter. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. Show's over.
Oh. She was upset because the dog wasn't there.
The doggy?
Yeah, she woke up because I laughed.
Oh.
And then she was upset and started crying because she heard the dog game. Not recorded?
Huh?
So they're not recording.
No, it wasn't. Thank you, Jason, Gregory, Corinne, Dr. GTI, my cousin G, Illuminati, Old Raven Farm, anybody who stopped by, and anybody who watches this later on. Hopefully it gives you something. Hopefully you could watch this back later on and you're like, oh, like you don't have to be there live. You could listen to this later on and have me on in the background. I am second screen content. I am down. I don't need to be your first screen content. I'll be your second screen. Let me be your second screen. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And I will be back next week or maybe before. All right. And on that note.
Hey, I don't have all the answers. In life, to be honest, I've failed as much as I've succeeded. But I love my wife. I love